everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley of Uplift. And this has been a very uplifting day for me because I've been writing about my wonderful wedding to my soulmate, Buzz. So when you hear me refer to Buzz, those of you who don't know us, Buzz is my husband of almost 40 years. And the way that we got married was hysterical. And the title of this uplift tonight is I Do, my crazy rom-com wedding. And you all know that rom-com means romantic comedy. Hey, close your door, Buzzy. Rom-com means romantic comedy. And so when I say rom-com, you'll understand. Okay, and you know what all the romantic comedies are. Valentine's Day and Love Actually and all of those. And so Buzz is...
Bottom's cut off.
The bottom's cut off. Okay. My bottom's been cut off. I don't know why. Anyway, so Love Actually is so popular now, and they've made a musical out of it, and everyone loves it. So this is about a real love actually. So picture it. Picture this. Picture this. This is December 13th on a Monday morning, 7 a.m., Hollywood, in the basement of a tiny little church right behind the Screen Actors Guild's offices. And Buzz looks at me, takes my hand, and says, "How about Saturday?" And then I said, "No, your daughter comes in from Kauai on Saturday. How about Sunday?" And he says, "Sunday it is." And that, my friends, was my proposal. That's how Buzz proposed to me. All he said was, "How about Saturday?" And so Sunday it was. So that was supposed to be December 19th, December 13th. And what do? The first thing we do after something exciting like that is go get huevos in a little Mexican neighborhood near where we lived in Hollywood. So we're at this Mexican restaurant in Hollywood. And Buzz and I are having so much fun, and we're so happy because he's just proposed to me. And I'm trying to get him to close the door. Could you close the door, please, Buzz? So we're eating our huevos rancheros, and we're having a just absolutely divine brunch in Hollywood. And the waiter says to us, "Is this your first time here?" And we said, "Well, yeah." And I was so excited, and I was gushing, and I said, "He just proposed to me." And the waiter said, "Oh, really? And when is the wedding?" And I said, "Sunday." he said, "Oh, okay. You might want to go down." And he said, "Just a couple of doors down, you'll get your blood test." This is in those days you had to get a blood test. He said, "You get your blood test right here in the neighborhood." He says, "It's the best blood test ever." I didn't know there was a difference, and the best price. So we got our blood test at this charming doctor's office in this quiet little Mexican neighborhood near where we lived. And so we go home, and we're very excited, and we've gotten our blood tests and everything. But the doctor said, "By the way, when are you getting married?" And he said, or the clinician that took our blood, the clinician said, "When are you getting married?" And of course we said, "Sunday." And he went, "Oh, okay, you'll be wanting to go downtown and getting your license." So we went downtown, excuse me, to get our license. And we did everything that was necessary. We did have the presence of mind to bring our birth certificates and, I don't know, passports, whatever. And so we do all the paperwork, and the guy's handing us the paperwork, and he says, "There you go." He said, "By the way, when are you getting married?" And we said, "Sunday." And he went lock to lock and handed us our paper, and off we went. And that was a really good time for sushi. Everything is a call to eat for us. So this wonderful call to food. We had sushi, so I was I was hand feeding tekamaki to Buzz while we're listening to Steely Dan and singing all the way back home. It was just wonderful. And so we have our license, we have our blood test, we have everything that was needed, and we go home. And I'm thinking, well, aren't I something? I just got this all accomplished. And at that point, I went, oh, where are we going to get married? As the idea just came to my mind just like that. And I thought, oh, where? So I suggested that we go to the Westwood Playhouse in Westwood and have our ceremony in front of the fountain, around the fountain, in front of the beautiful theater. And Stratton's restaurant, which is not there anymore, it's a wonderful restaurant, was there. And so we killed two birds with one stone. We had a wonderful wedding brunch, and also absolutely, well, eventually, let me assure you, we did get married. And so we decided on Stratton's. In those days, you couldn't just go in your phone, you couldn't go on your computer and find all of this information. We actually had to go to the Yellow Pages a few times. So that was interesting. And so we had planned then to go to the Westwood Playhouse, get married in front of. Now, by this time, guys, it's almost Thursday. In fact, it's Thursday. We're getting married Sunday. You heard that part, right? So we get home from, I forget where we've been now. For certain, we've been eating somewhere. And the phone rings. And it's a lady by the name of Sheila, who was in the support group that we were in. And this support group was wonderful. It was called the Impact Group, and it impacted the entertainment industry quite a bit, actually. It was very wonderful. So I'm hearing noises. I don't know why. Can you guys hear noises? I'm hearing noises. Oh, I don't know what it is. Anyway, so we get home, the phone rings, it's Sheila, and Sheila says, hey, how are you guys doing with the wedding? And I said, pretty good. We're doing pretty good. She said, good. Then you've got the minister, right? I said, no, I haven't got the minister. Now, mind you, if this were a romantic comedy, all of this that's taking place would take place in about 2 minutes in a montage of us going to the little Mexican neighborhood and going downtown to beautiful Los Angeles and all that. That would be in a montage. This is now almost 5 days of us doing what needs to be done. So I said, no, we don't have a minister. And Sheila said, well, you simply must call Christopher, who is a wonderful, beautiful woman, who is a Broadway and film star, wonderful woman. She was in our support group. And I said, oh, yeah. She was the Universal Life Church minister, which, by the way, is not a joke. It's wonderful. It's a Madonna ministry, and Buzz and I approve of it very much. So it's not a joke. So I called Christopher, and she said, well, sure, I'd love to marry you on Sunday morning if it's okay if my son comes. Well, her son was a little toddler, little Michael, little toddler. And I said, perfect. Yeah. So now the guest list now, by the way, has gotten larger. We have a buddy who has a camera, an old boyfriend of mine, my best friend, Buzz, me, Christopher, and my 2 sons. And as of Saturday, we pick up Janet at the airport, and we have the 3 kids. So we've got a few people joining us for our wedding brunch at Stratton's. So now we have a minister. We know where we're going to go. We pick up Janet on Saturday, and then the wedding goes off without a hitch, except for one little thing. Little Michael, the toddler, was running around us like a little Indian for the whole ceremony. We wrote our vows. They were beautiful. It was absolutely wonderful. And this is what I want to say to you. there has to be a spiritual lesson on this uplift. And this was, of course, one of the greatest weeks of my life. It was a great, wonderful, energetic, exciting, love-filled experience. But what happened was this, and I can give you your lesson for tonight in 2 words: divine guidance. You see, when 2 people meet, 2 souls meet, and they recognize each other, and they, because the soul is playful, I'm going to talk about that later, they recognize each other, these 2 souls, and they play with each other, these 2 souls, and they create, and eventually they realize that they're going to have an infinite experience of their love, and so they align. And when you're aligned as 2 souls, when you're aligned with anything, the universe aligns with you. It just lines up right behind you and says, I'm in. What do you want to work? What do you want to have happen? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to go right? So we only focused on what we wanted to go right with our wonderful wedding. And it was a riot. We even got what they call that, the huge bottle of champagne. I forget what they call that anyway. Got a huge bottle of champagne, and it was just a love-filled, wonderful day as the universe lined up behind us. So I have a question for you. When in your life, and you can write it in the comments, I won't be able to see the comments tonight, but you can write it in the comments and let me know when in your life you were so lined up with another soul that you actually felt the support of the universe, literally buoying you and lifting you and guiding you. When in your life, I know I can tell you, I could only tell you about my experience. And deciding with my first husband to have our first baby was an incredible experience, and so alive and so joyous and so happy. And we were so aligned, and everything went perfectly. And then when it was time to have our second child, there was absolutely nothing but love involved in that. That's little baby Jason. I have baby Danny and baby Jason, who are both in their 50s right now. And so aligned were we that we could feel the support, that weight behind us, like a heavy, warm, loving wind blowing us toward divine right action, which was, of course, having babies, which is a groovy thing to do. Okay, so, I have some quotes by Rumi because I absolutely love Rumi, and this is a romantic talk tonight before Valentine's Day, which, of course, as you know, is our anniversary of meeting. And this is what happened to us. Everything happened so perfectly, and people would say, well, where are you going to go? How are you going to eat? Who's going to marry you? Blah, blah, blah. Every question was an exciting nudge toward divine activity, toward the perfect wedding. Respond to every call that excites your spirit. Isn't that great? So, when life nudges you and says, look, this is something beautiful. This is something exciting. Look, this is something to learn. This is something to listen to. Look, this is someone to love. So this is exciting. So respond to every call that excites your spirit, because in that call might be your true love. It might be your soulmate. Could be. This is a subtle truth. Whatever you love, you are. And I can honestly say that, I love this teaching. I love Ernest Holmes, and I love this teaching. I love the science of mind and how it evolves and how it grows. And I feel like it's my partner in my spiritual journey, on my spiritual journey. And so, this subtle truth, whatever you love, you are, also can definitely pertain to your soulmate, that person that you were more born to spend an eternity with, born to create with, born to share experiences and children and spiritual practice. Buzz and I share the same spiritual practice. So, whatever you love, you are. And finally, the very center of your heart is where life begins, the most beautiful place on earth. So I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for my family and all the people that I love. Have you been watching the Olympics and how they express love? Instead of going like this, they use their whole body. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So that's the end of my wonderful rom-com experience. Or is it? There could be more. There's always something greater and more wonderful. So we'll look for that. Now, before I leave you tonight, I wanted to remind you that this Saturday, Reverend Pam Gagan and I are beginning a workshop. This is an incredible class. It's a 6-week workshop based on the book, The Lotus and the Lily by Janet Connor. And it's a beautiful, beautiful book. You can get it on Amazon, and we're beginning our class this Saturday. And there's a lot to learn in this class. I have, I had it earlier today. Hold on just a second. See if I have the syllabus. I do believe I do. Yeah, I do. I have the syllabus. So this wonderful class, The Lotus and the Lily, starts at 10 a.m. this Saturday on Zoom. And what you're going to want to do is call me at 818-620-8592. And I'm going to tell you how to pay for the class. It's $20 a class. Okay, $20 a class, you y'all, is a latte and a scone at Starbucks. Come on, $20 a class. And if you pay up front $100, it's $100. So you get a free class. The last class is huge. It's very exciting. It's very wonderful. And so this is a new inspirational experience. It's 6 weeks. There's a lot in it, and there's a lot that this class offers you. Very basically, this class offers you the wisdom of Jesus and Buddha. It offers you the wisdom of great mystics, and these are the tools that you're going to be able to use to create a life that brings you, and an expressiveness that brings you closer to the divine. And the closer you are to your divine, that divine presence within you, the closer you are to all of your desires. I'm not saying your life isn't beautiful and perfect now, but with something like this workshop, it moves you forward tremendously, and there people manifest beautifully out of this workshop. There's a huge payoff to this workshop. So 10 o'clock to noon every Saturday between now and March 19th. That's it. And I'm going to give you the syllabus. I think this will be interesting for you to learn. And I'm making a lot of noise with the paper. The first one, and this Saturday, will be the introduction to the class. A lot of Q&A. We're going to be talking a lot and talking about the lotus and the lily, the processes, and what divine play is. Because let's face it, as I said earlier, remember I said the soul doesn't work, the soul plays, it celebrates. So each of the classes And your daily structure will be reflect, write, explore, nourish. And each of the classes begins and ends with the spiritual mind affirmative prayer. And there's a visioning process and also soul writing. So this is all included in each class. And the first class, of course, is the discussion. The second class on February 19th is stepping into your natural spiritual power. We're going to set some intention, and you're going to create your own ritual and your own prayer. Class 3, February 26th, you'll uncover the gifts to your life that you've created so far. Class number 4, March 5th, create space. Make room for the new by releasing and forgiving the old. Yeah, you gotta do that. I can hear some of you out there going, oh no, forgiveness. Yeah, gotta do that. And then March 12th, I'm sorry, class number 5 is looking forward. Identify what you want to manifest in alignment with your soul's desire. Class number 6, this is March 19th. This is very exciting. After you've had a soul day, which is going to be something that you have your own wonderful day that you go within, and you have a soul day, you'll be highly charged, and you'll create a highly charged and deeply personal mandala. And so I'm not going to tell you anything else. This is all on Zoom. The last class will be on Zoom, of course, because we have some people from all over the country in class. Also, if we can do it live, we'll do it live as well in the sanctuary. And if you have any questions, you can call Reverend Pam at 805-482-4300. You can call me at 818-620-8592. And there's a password and an ID, and you'll get on the Zoom. We accept PayPal and Zelle, but for this, I think PayPal will be the best option. And so, and you can call Rev Pam definitely to sign up for the class right away. You will need a journal, and you will need the book, which is available on Amazon right now. And if it has Kindle, you can start reading it tonight. And I think that's about it. So I want to make certain that you know about this class. I'm very excited about this class because I need this class and I need to share. I need to share it with you. And this is my way of thanking you for supporting our spiritual center all during the pandemic. We're still there. We're still in the sanctuary, y'all. Yeah, that is very exciting, and we have you to thank. Thank you so much. Okie dokie. So that's it. It's 7:25, so I've gone over a little bit. So let's close our eyes really, really quick for really quick spiritual mind treatment, okay? And this treatment, let's make this treatment for expanding our awareness and seeing that going to classes and going to the theater and opening up our awareness, our consciousness is important to our spiritual practice. And so let's just open up our awareness to the new. So let's close our eyes. And we've been talking for a long time now, so you know that we are already in that space that is pure love, pure gratitude, pure generosity, pure greatness, pure creativity. And this space that we are in is the presence of the one creative entity, the creator of all life, God, the God that gets to live by means of us. It provides us with life, and then it gets to express through us perfectly and divinely. And that's how we're guided. And so accept guidance right now. Accept guidance to expand your awareness and your curiosity and look into new things to do, new classes to go to, new books to read, new ways of seeing things. This is all good. This is all God, which is forever full and complete and forever expressing itself through and by means of us. And so what better way to experience that than to be in a classroom on Zoom with like-minded people discovering wonderful new truths about our divine nature and manifesting perfectly out of those truths. I release these loving truths into the law of mind. I allow divine mind to take care of the details of how all of this manifests while I enjoy my perfect, beautiful, exciting, creative life. And together we say, and so it is. Okay. All righty. So I'll see you Sunday at 10:30 on our Facebook Live. And that is, I wish I had that link to give to you. I think it's cslpleasantvalley.org. I'm not certain. Anyway, watch us on Facebook Live Sunday, 10:30. Wonderful service, full of love, full of joy, and full of the wisdom of Reverend Dr. Sue Rubin, who'll be our speaker this Sunday. Last week we had Maureen Hoyt. And we are just really on a roll, and we love having you spend that time with us. 10:30 to 11:30 on Facebook Live, and you'll see us there. Check our constant contact for the link, and we'll see you Sunday on Facebook Live. And until then, I love you, each and every one of you. And so begins the lesson.